Happy 4th of July. Let's do a little bit of yoga, even a very little bit, even today. We're going to start in Virasana. So in Virasana, I like to put a block between my heels. I think you can probably see that. But ultimately, you want the heels wider than the hips, and you want your sitting bones to be supported by something. So that can be a blanket, it can be a pillow. Blocks work great if you have them. Phone books, if you still have any of those sitting around. Books, dictionaries, whatever will work. So this is a really nice pose for the knees. And it's a good way to start a practice because it's kind of a meditative, classic meditative pose. Although if your knees and legs are really tight, it might not feel so relaxing and meditative to you, but give it a try. We'll sit here just for a minute or two to center ourselves. Sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Lengthen the back of the neck. Bring your chin in slightly so the ears sit directly over the shoulders. And the shoulders should be over the hips. Notice the position of your pelvis. You want to feel like you're square on the sitting bones. So you don't want to be tipped forward and you don't want to be tipped back. So find that sweet spot in between. And then draw the low ribs down towards the waist and see if you can lengthen the space between the back ribs and the pelvis. So a lot of that is figuring out the musculature, how to manipulate the musculature in the torso. So if that just seems like way too confusing, just sit up nice and tall. And be careful not to push the ribs forward. Let them draw back and down as you lift up from the base of the pelvis. So you can think of that as drawing the perineum up, that space between the anus and the urethra. So drawing that gently up. So you have this sensation of upward dynamic, and then you have this downward dynamic in the legs because they're nice and heavy. And you have an upward sensation through the crown of the head and a downward sensation as the sitting bones reach down into the earth. Start to breathe into your belly, expanding and contracting the belly with the breath. Working on making the breath nice and smooth and slow. And stretch the arms out. Inhale, reach the arms up above the head. Exhale, as if you're drawing energy down into the heart from the heavens. Bring the thumbs to the sternum. Soften your tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Let's chant 3 Oms together. Bow the head. Release the hands, lift the head, open the eyes. We're going to come into a forward fold. So Tucking your toes and stretching the backs of the legs up. Let your torso hang down heavy. And just rock a little from side to side. Feel the whole spine kind of cascading towards the floor. You can have your knees slightly bent here if that works better for you. If your your legs are really tight. You don't want to ever force the muscles into anything. Just let them open slowly. And come to center. Roll your spine up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Clasp the left wrist with the right hand and bring the thumb and index finger together and then stretch up and over to the right. Inhale up. Switch, exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Just like yesterday, we're going to do a little shoulder stretching. So interlacing the fingers, press the palms forward. Inhale, reach them up. Exhale, down. Interlace your fingers behind your back, elbows bent. Reach the elbows back. Inhale, open your chest, and exhale, slide the thumbs down. Your arms may straighten or not. Draw the ribs in. And exhale, hands back to the heart. Interlace your fingers, press palms forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. Interlace behind the back. Elbows towards each other, ribs in. And slide your thumbs down. One more time, palms together, interlace, pressing forward, lift up. And exhale down. Interlace behind the back, elbows bent, open the chest, slide the thumbs down, and we'll fold forward again. If you can, keep the heels of the hands together. The elbows can be slightly bent. That's really hard for me, so I will let the heels of the hands come apart slightly. And then release the hands to the floor. And we're going to come into a squat. So bring your feet wide and let your hips drop down between your heels. So if this doesn't work for you, if your heels are way up off the floor, slide a blanket underneath your heels, or a pillow works too. And just take a few breaths. Try to straighten the spine. And drop the sitting bones down towards the floor, towards the earth. Back of the neck long. And if it feels good to you, press out in the thighs and draw the thumbs again to the chest. And then we'll do another forward fold. So letting the shoulders, torso, spine release towards the floor. This time clasping opposite elbows. And then roll your spine up. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, release the arms down. Bring your feet a little closer together. And let's do 3 sun salutations. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold forward. Step your left foot back. Bring the left knee to the floor, top of the foot to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands to the floor. Step the right foot back. Downward facing dog. And then bring your knees to the floor, chest between the thumbs, chin to the floor. Scooch forward. Lift your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes. downward facing dog. Left foot between the hands, right knee to the floor. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, right foot forward. And inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, back to the heart. 2 more just like that. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Right foot back. Right knee to the floor, top of the foot. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, step that foot back. Knees to the floor, chest between the thumb, chin to the floor. In. Scooch forward so your body's flat. Inhale, lift your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Right foot between the hands. That back, the top of that back foot's on the floor. Inhale up. And exhale, left foot. Hook the thumbs. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the heart. 1 more. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Left foot back. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. Right foot back. Inhale, forward to cobra. You may be coming up higher this time. And exhale, downward dog. Left foot forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right foot. Hook the thumbs, inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a breath. And let's come into tree pose. You're going to turn the right knee out to the side and slide the foot up the inner leg. So it could come up to the top of the thigh like that, or you can have your foot on the calf, or you can even have the toes on the floor. So wherever you are, find your center. Stand nice and tall. Pull the outside of the left hip in. Drop the right hip slightly. People tend to kind of like lift the right hip up when they're in this pose. So try to have the pelvis pretty even here. Stretch the arms up. Palms facing each other. And grow tall through the crown of the head. Finding your balance. And if you fall out of the pose, go right back in. Or just take a few breaths, center yourself. Exhale, release the hands to the chest. And slowly release the leg. Let's go right to the other side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Palms face each other. Grow tall. And release. And release the leg. And then we're going to come to a wide stance. Fold forward. Release the spine. You can grab the outer ankles if you like, or you can grab the big toes if that feels good. Try to get the spine nice and long, reaching the crown of the head towards the floor. And then come up, bring your hands either to the floor, or you can put a hand on a block or whatever it is you used under your bottom for the first part of the class. And inhale, twist and lift the left arm. Keep your hips even, so the tendency to just kind of drop the right hip, so keep it even. Keep equal weight in the feet, twisting. A couple breaths. Exhale, release. Switch sides. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale. And from here, we're going to do a little side to side. So bend into the left knee. Your left heel may come off the floor, that's fine. Try to sink the hip down towards the heel. You can keep one hand on the floor if you need to, or maybe you can balance palms together at the heart. Anchor down into that right foot. Try to keep the right foot strongly on the floor. You're pressing down into the right foot, helping to lift that inner thigh. And then let's switch sides. Again, you can just keep one hand on the floor to balance if you need to. And it's normal for the heel to come up. Most of us don't have a stretchy enough Achilles to get that heel down, but it comes with time, a lot of time in my case. Anchor down into that left foot. And come back to center. One more stretch down. Maybe if you still have that block, put it under your head for a little extra support. This is very cooling and calming. And then come up. Let's walk the feet in towards each other. Last fold here. And then let's come down onto our bottoms. We'll just do a couple more stretches here. Stretch the right leg forward, left foot back. And then let your torso come down towards the foot. Releasing the spine, release the head. Come up, switch sides. And come up. And then we're gonna come onto our backs. Let's do a supported bridge. So you can use a blanket or a block underneath your hips. And do a height, if you're using a block, do a height that feels comfortable. So this is the lowest. You can prop it up a little higher if you like, or you can put it on the highest side if you're feeling a little more open. Make sure it's on your sacrum, it's not on your low back. And press down into the inner edges of the feet. Spread your toes. Let the fronts of the thighs really lengthen here. Soft, smooth breath. Breathe into that belly. Soften your buns. And then we're gonna release the block. Roll the spine down. Bring the knees up. Rock side to side. Let your knees fall to the right. Back to center. and over to the left. Back to center. And then stretch your legs out for Savasana. Take a few breaths, just settle in. Feel the body sinking down into the earth. Letting go of anything you're still holding on to. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Namaste.